Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I ended my last video, the one at Loch Achray, by saying I was going to head up to the lower slopes of Benvenue to do a wee bit of woodland photography. Now I did actually do that, but I was about an hour into the walk when a customer from Glasgow decided to destroy it for me by calling up and having a major problem. So I had to cut the walk short and head back to the car and back down to Glasgow. So rather than shortchange you by giving you a half-done video, I've returned today, which is 4 days later, to try to finish the walk. Now, unfortunately, as is always the case in Scotland, the weather is completely different. So I'm going to try and use some of the material from the first video and obviously some new material from today. But you'll notice as the video goes on that the weather is chopping and changing, and I'm pretty sure I've changed clothes as well. But essentially it's the same. It was the planned walk from before, but split over 2 days. Yeah, it's odd that there used to be a path up to a little viewpoint, but I got to the little hill, but the path seems to have gone. I don't know if it's been deliberately covered over all weather during all the various lockdowns. It's just regrown and been covered over by nature, but it's not there anymore. There's a series of waterfalls just down here. Unless that's been covered up as well. I'll probably head there and grab a couple of shots there, and then I'm going to heading up into these trees here, just in the lower slopes of the Ben, and yeah, see if we can do a wee bit of woodland photography up there. It's lovely. We've still got a bit of a breeze, and these clouds are coming and going, which is ideal really for photography because it's changing the light every couple of minutes. Okay, so I don't know how I missed this, but the other day I made a big thing about not being able to find a little viewpoint that I used to come to quite regularly when I was up this way, and I couldn't find it. But I don't know if we're having one of those kind of Brigadoon type moments, but it was very obvious when I came along this time where it was. Although as you can probably tell, it's not exactly a great view right now, but this is us looking down Loch Achray anyway, and up there in the rain again, that's Ben Ann, and if I turn round and face right into the rain, that's Benvenue. So this is usually quite a nice viewpoint. Right, I've hung about on that little viewpoint for a moment because it looks as if we're about to have a break in the clouds, and from what I can see that might allow some light in, and well, given the grey skies that we've got all around, a wee shaft of light here and there is going to make all the difference to this scene. So I'm giving it 5 minutes, we'll see what happens. And there we go, we've got some little shafts of light just breaking through and picking out details. Oh, it's going hitting this foreground here now. I'm going to shut and grab a shot of this. This is looking lovely. Not many people realise this is Evel Knievel's favourite walk. Everybody under the age of 40 is thinking, who's Evel Knievel? Right, anyway, this is the point where I dropped my camera 4 days ago. I was in trying to get a shot of this tree, the fallen tree. Didn't actually get one at the end of the day. I just couldn't find a composition that worked. See, it looks as if it should be working. Look at this. It looks like it should work from here, shouldn't it? You've got this mound here with these trees. You've got the old fallen tree in the front there, but every shot I took the other day there, none of them really worked. I do quite like that though. I might grab this shot. Right, so I may have had a small disaster. As I was coming down from the path into the grass here to get the shot of this fallen tree, I managed to drop my video camera. It still works, but the gimbal on it seems to be stuck. I don't know if it maybe got wet and it just needs dried out, but whatever it is, it's not working. So I've switched over to my backup camera, and I'm taking that shot. Actually looks as if it'd be quite a nice shot, doesn't it, without those brightly coloured trees in the background. It's possible to get down to the waterside, but I don't know how far along you could get through those ferns. This is a shame, because that looks like it would be quite a nice shot. There was a part in the video from 3-4 days ago where I spotted what I thought might look like quite a nice shot, but complained that there didn't seem to be any way down to it. Well, I've given it a go and I'm right, there's no way down to it, which is a shame, because I'll not show you just now. Well, you can't even see it from where I am just now, but I'll put the clip from 4 days ago where I spotted it, and I said I was going to try and come to this viewpoint on the way back after I got that call from the customer, but in the end I didn't. And that was my attempt at getting down to it, but it's just not happening. This is it here. Is there a path there? There is actually a path. This is the view here. There was these little waterfalls, and I was particularly impressed with the bright yellow trees beyond, but I couldn't work out how to get to it, and if I'm honest, that's still the same case. But there is a little path here, I'm guessing used by anglers or something like that, and it does look as if there's the remains of a path heading down that way. So do you know what, I'm going to give it a go. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? I think there might be a shot here. I'm not completely sure that this isn't all bog, but I'm going to take the high ground. Always a good lesson in life, right? And see, you can see the waterfall now. Quite like this little tree in front of it as well, actually. Right, well, it feels like I got a shot there. It wasn't the shot I went for. Ooh. And it didn't include the exact... Oh! Is that it? That could be it there. Unfortunately, again, I'm kind of balanced on a rock, but I'm going to grab that shot. So yeah, it would appear it is possible to get a shot of that little waterfall there. Albeit with quite a lot of balancing on boulders and stuff. But I think I got a shot. It wasn't the shot that I'd envisaged in my head. You know that way where you think, yeah, there's a shot there, and then you picture exactly how it's going to look. That's not the shot that I got. But I think I did get a shot. And that's better than nothing, right? Now, we're coming up to a little bridge that goes over the Water of Achray, and there was what I think was an old rolling tree near here. that I spent quite a while shooting the other day there. Can't see it. I need to start GPS tagging all my photographs, I think. Right, yeah, I found this little cascade, which is it's nice. Unfortunately, access to it is very difficult. I'm actually, the tripod's actually in the water at the moment, and I'm almost in there with it. So it's not ideal, but it's a nice little cascade. So I'm trying to get some images. I've still got the 16 to 35mm lens on just now. That was a nice little shot, that. Kind of glad I found the path down. So obviously it's quite, still quite early in the morning, and it's late October, so the sun doesn't get particularly high anyway, but we've got some lovely light. Is there a shot there? I like these old fallen branches, and then you've got a little bit of colour in the ferns there, and lights hitting this tree here. I might quickly set up and take the shot. I think that looks quite nice. That's quite a nice shot, that. So yeah, another shot coming up. We're coming up to a little scene that I got a shot of the other day there. But it lasted for, well, in fact, these are the waterfalls that I was shooting the other day there as well. Didn't realise they were as close to that other one. But yeah, there was a, I'm not going to go back down there, but shortly after I left there was another little scene. It was kind of mainly ferns and coloured leaves and all that sort of stuff, which was being backlit by the early morning sun. It's a little later in the day today, and the light's a wee bit harsher, so I don't think there's going to be a shot here today, but I've got to pass it anyway, so I'll have a look. I think this little rowan tree here was the shot I was trying to get the other day there, and there's a lot less berries on it now, but the light's slightly better. I particularly like the way the light's kind of just running along the rim of this little ridge. It really makes it stand out from the background. So I'm going to quickly grab that shot before the light fades. Yeah, the light faded. I need to let me shut my mouth. It improved for a split second, and I grabbed the shot, but it wasn't as dramatic as it had been when I was filming. And now I'm at that other scene that I was shooting the other day there, and it's completely gone. Well, not gone, but the light is just totally transformed the scene. I'll show you this in the video clip from the other day there, but what I really liked here was this fallen branch and this other one here. These lovely coloured ferns in the background, and just these gnarly old trees here. Now the other day there, this was all backlit, so the leaves were really glowing. Oh, the sun's trying to give us an example. It's not quite the same, but it's still a nice shot. That's still a nice view. Oh, thanks, sun. Yeah, I'm going to grab it again anyway, just in case, but it did look a lot better the other day there. There's been a not insignificant amount of rain over the last couple of days, so I'm expecting the waterfall to be looking a wee bit more dramatic than it did just a few days ago, so let's just see. Yeah, I've decided to call it a day here. I'll leave, I might actually do Benvenue in the next couple of weeks, and I'll do that'll be a separate video. So I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave doing the lower slopes of Benvenue for then. It's nice and quiet, and there's a lot of bird song. I'm just toying with the idea of setting up the audio recording. Problem's the waterfall. I think that might drown out the bird song. Eyewitness report, brutal assault at Loch Achray. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day and head back. So, hope you enjoyed the video, even if it was spread over 2 days. And don't forget to give us a little thumbs up if you did. And catch you next time. Cheers, bye.